Hi everyone, it's craftytinas. In this video, I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to use the do-it-yourself party board. This is another We Are Memory Keepers product. Now, normally we would call these punch boards because typically these boards have a punch. This one does not. They're calling it the party board. They're not calling it a punch board. Another thing this board does not have is score lines. So there is no scoring tool on board. It's simply a board with 3 removable tracks that you're going to use to cut semicircles to make party items. Now, if you're looking at this picture like I did and you're like, I have no desire to have a party like that with all these little paper goods, let me explain the board to you and see if it changes your mind. I want you to consider this board a curve cut board, not necessarily a party board, because we are going to use this board in future videos for other things other than the party items that is listed. Now, everything you need to know is on the top of the board. It lists all the items and what size paper you need to start with. You can use cardstock or paper depending on the item. If you're making hats, I would recommend cardstock. But if you're covering a cupcake that's already covered, you can use paper. If you're making little pouches, you can use paper. So let's get started. You have 3 tracks and 1 cutter. This is the large one. Remember, these are interchangeable with the other punch boards. They're the same size. So you can buy several replacement blades and it will work with all of your larger size. But remember, you also have your smaller size ones as well. Make sure you order an extra one to have on hand because they like to bring out these products, but they like to discontinue them too. So you want to make sure that you have some of these little blades on hand. The very first thing you're going to notice is you need your paper or cardstock cut to a specific size. Guys, I hate the gold on this off-white color background. It is so hard to read this, especially in your room. If you have specific lights, it's just going to glare off this gold. So what I've done is I've taken all of this information without the little image, because you don't really need that, and I've put it on our spreadsheet for the craftytinas book. This is a free printout on my Facebook page. It's going to give you all the information that is on top of the board. Make sure you go get your printout. If you are using this video as a refresher, go grab your book and go to the party punch board. This is the do-it-yourself party punch board. It is on the table of content for the actual book, and you're going to need that to do your punch. I'm sorry, I do have the word punch board here. I am going to take punch out and it's just going to be do-it-yourself party board. There is no punch and I don't want to confuse anyone. So now that we have our instructions written where we can actually see them and read them, we're going to start with a French fry cone. That's what they're calling it, but basically, guys, it is a cone shape that you can put items in. It's like an upside down hat. Our cone shape, which is right here on our list, okay, it's the French fry cone. Cone, not cone. There's already a typo in here, guys. We're going to take that and we're going to take out the word punch. That is why I don't ever print my final until I'm done with the video. So we're going to do the French fry cone. It is a 7x7 piece of paper or cardstock, and it gives us 2 things we need to know. One is we need to know A, B, or C. These have a engraved letter. This one has an A, this one has a B, and this one has a C. And again, you cannot read those. I suggest using a marker and marking the A, B, or C, or just remember the A has the cutter, the B is the biggest, B for biggest, and the C is the little one. If you don't want to remember that, I highly recommend you mark these. Put a tiny sticker, get a Sharpie, mark it on here. I'm going to mark mine. I'm going to print a little bitty sticker for A, B, and C because I'm going to go A, B, C or A, B, C, and that's going to be totally wrong. They should have labeled it smallest to largest A, B, and C. Other than that, it's a great board. Let's start with A because that is what our instructions tell us. So we're going to remove B and C, put it out of the way. We're only going to use A. It says A9. So we know this is A, and these are numbered. And again, super hard to read. It has a tiny little number right by the actual peg. And it starts at the bottom and goes to the top. So it's super easy, 1 through 12. And we need number 9. So we're simply going to go up till we get to number 9. And there's a 9 on both sides of the board. That is this peg right here. We're going to take our lovely little curved cutting guide, and we're going to put it in 9. And when you put it in 9, 2 pegs are going to hold it. It's going to go into that cutting line that you saw on the board. Let's take this off again. Here is our 9 pegs. Here is the cutting line. So it's simply going to go right there. And it does fit in there nice and secure. We're going to take our 7 by 7, because that is what paper size it tells us. And we're going to stick it inside, and we're going to go to the corner. There's a little corner, and it does have a stopping mechanism. It is raised so your corner can go straight in there. You're going to take your cutter. It has a round part that goes in the track and a blade that goes in the little groove in the board itself. You're going to put it at one end, and you're going to go all the way across. It cuts it nice and smooth. Do not throw your scraps away. If it is a large corner, save it, and at the end of this video I'm going to show you what I did with a couple of these. You're going to like not having to throw that scrap away, because usually this piece wouldn't work good as a scrap because it's not square or rectangle, but we're going to use it. The other thing we need to do is NA, which means nothing. This is now finished. We have basically created a cone. And you're going to roll it up so that you can glue the edge into a cone. Now this is nothing more than an upside down hat. They're calling it the cone for French fries, but you can use this as a party favor. Simply fill it with popcorn or candy or little bitty cookies, put it in a little clear bag and tie it on top, and you have a cute party favor. Another thing you can use this for, if you're scrapbooking and you wanted a corner with a curve for the paper inside the scrapbook, you can use this as well. So there are multiple things. Another thing you can do is fold this, and now you have a pocket for other items. Remember, you're going to glue it, print on top of print. If you want the cone, you're going to glue it flat if you want a pocket, and that is the French fry cone. Now let's go to one where we're going to cut top and bottom so you can see how you use both measurements. This piece of cardstock is a 7 by 7, and we're going to make a cupcake wrap. Now that doesn't mean the cupcake sits in there. This is the pretty wrap that goes around your cupcake inside the paper that you use to bake the cupcake in. This is not taking the place of that. This is making that pretty so it displays nicely. If you have a themed party, this is the board for you, because you could make everything in one print or one color or something special. So to make the cupcake wrap, you need a 7 by 7 piece, and I recommend cardstock or a decent quality paper because it needs to really be firm to stand up next to that. You're going to use the A9. Now we have the A in here. And as luck would have it, we're still in the A9. So that is the first thing we do, is we want to cut at A9. A means this little track, and 9 means the peg numbers, and they go right on the top. So we're going to cut this That was me, that wasn't the board. I didn't have it all the way down. So we're going to cut this and we're going to save this because I'm going to show you what you can do with this. We're going to take this out and we're going to remove this time because there's a second step for our cupcake wrap. We did the A9, that was this cut. Now we're going to do the C5. C meaning the little one, and there is a tiny C here. You really can't see that. And we're going to have to go to the 5. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This little groove right here is our 5. So we're going to put that down. And now we need to cut the same piece by putting it back into the board. Now you can put your piece of paper in and then put this down. It's the same no matter what. You're going to take your blade and put the circle in the track. And you're going to cut all the way across. You are going to save this. These two pieces, I'm going to show you what I did with them at the end of this video. To give you a little hint, I make greeting cards. So that is going to go to a card. We're going to put this back so you know where we got it from. Now we have what is known as a coffee sleeve. You're simply going to wrap it around and glue it. And that is going to go on your disposable coffee cup. I think it's here. It's just a sleeve to wrap around your disposable coffee cup. Now, what you can do is you can buy those disposable to-go coffee cups. You could print out any holiday or occasion like happy birthday paper, wrap this around, put it on a coffee cup, and the coffee cup itself, I'm sorry, we did the cupcake wrap, and I'm talking about the coffee wrap. The coffee wrap is a coffee sleeve. This is a cupcake wrap. This goes just like this, and you set your cupcake in it. So now it's nice and pretty. You have something decorative for a birthday, an anniversary. You could also cut this out in white or a solid color and stamp images, words, anything you want, and then wrap it around the cupcake to give the birthday party an actual theme. Or if you're just taking cupcakes to someone, you can actually decorate them. This is the cupcake wrap. Wraps around a cupcake. Now, even this, if I cut this and decided I didn't want to use this, or I cut this on purpose, I made 3 cards using these 3 pieces. So even if I wasn't making cupcake wraps, I wasn't using the board, I still used these pieces. So now let's do another one. This is a 6-inch by 6-inch. This is the snow cone wrap. So we're going to use the C7 for this. This is the C. This is the 7th peg. And right above the 7th peg, you see the curve. That's the best way to figure out where it goes. Not trying to put these on. Go to the number you need, find the curve, and just simply add your track to that curve. Keep in mind, one direction papers are going at an angle. So you're going to want to plan what kind of design you're going to use, and you might not want to go with a one-sided angle. We're going to cut this one. And again, save your corners. We're going to remove this. Now this is our snow cone wrap. Now we need to go to C2. And that's the 2nd curve. And if you line up the little point arrow with the point arrow, you'll be able to figure out where it goes. It won't go wrong. It only goes where these lines are that are curved. So it is easy to line it up. So we're going to put this back in here. And I really pushed that down hard. You can do this, and it's probably advisable. Put this down and then put your track down. And then you're going to cut again. I would only save this if it had an interesting image in it. This doesn't, so I'm going to throw this away. Now I have, when I wrap this around, I have a snow cone wrap. If you're making homemade snow cones, the snow cones already are in a paper. Don't substitute this for that paper. Put that paper in here. So if you go with a thick cardstock, it adds another layer of protection for that snow cone, but it also makes it look really nice. Again, you can glue it here to make a pocket. If you glue it this way, it is a snow cone holder. Or you can simply add this shape image to anything in a scrapbook or a card or anything you are making. If you didn't want the corner cut off, you could have left that cut and simply had this really big half circle. And that is how you use the board. Now, a few things. Don't let this board limit you. This is a brand new board for me. It's new to the craft room. I have not had time to sit and play with it, but don't let it limit you. You don't have to just make party items with this board. You're going to use this to make all of these items, and they're all listed here, but check back periodically and see if I have an update, because as I make more things, I'm going to add them to our sheet. I don't like to be very limited to the board because then I don't feel like I've got my money's worth. I got this on sale. I got it on Office Supply. It was very reasonable, so I didn't mind getting it just so I could see what it's about. This book you get seems like it's going to have a lot of instructions. It really doesn't. So give it a look through and then stick it in a drawer. It's what I usually tell you to do with the instructions. I do like the treat box, the little treat pouch. I think that's kind of cool. It is listed on here as well. It's a 9x9 piece. You're only cutting one side, so that is actually really cute. There's the French fry cone, cotton candy stick, and there's our snow cone wrap. Now see, it kept the paper on the snow cone and you're just sitting it inside. So this is the tutorial for this board. I hope you enjoyed it, but I want to show you what I did with my scraps. And that is I made 3 simple cards using the leftovers. So I used the cupcake wrap leftovers. This one was this corner. I simply cut it out in a circle. I put this piece back in here and cut the circle. It gave it this little looped image at the bottom, which I kind of liked. I used the actual wrap itself to put a border across the middle of my card. And then I used the leftover corner to make a pocket for my gift tags. There's so many other options to explore. These are very basic cards. They still need embellishments on them. They still need to be a little more fancy. We need some ribbons and stuff. But I wanted to show you, to give you the idea that your scraps are important. But not only that, you don't have to have a cupcake wrap out of this. You can actually have 3 different cards. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe so you can come back and see what other things we're going to make with the do-it-yourself party board. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, happy crafting.